Oh, hey there. Welcome to Launchpad Brewery for this week's Launchpad Liftoff. We are hanging out by our new canning line because we have been working all morning. I say we. Casey and our owner, David Levesque, have been working all morning on starting to dial in this thing, all the points of function or the points of failure, which Dave Levesque told me earlier, and I said, that's going to be the name of my biography, Points of Failure, the Connor Shreve story. We cleaned this area out. We're really working on this canning line because here in the next day or two, we're going to start putting this baby into action.
Yeah, we're going to do some test runs here tomorrow, the next day, try and see how this gets going. Obviously, we're going to do some runs on some waters, make sure everything's dialed in, and then we'll just start running beer through this. Of course, what else are we going to start with? But piggyback, of course, so piggyback will be running through that.
I heard we were out of piggyback rides.
No, we are not.
Oh, okay.
Don't bite your tongue. I need a paycheck, man, come on. That beer saved my life. No, we are not out of that. So yeah, so we'll be looking for 16-ounce cans of piggyback coming out down the road as well.
Those cans right behind us, in fact, are going to be some of the cans running through this line here.
Or the cans that are on his head as well. So, yeah.
How did those get there?
And you're like the Mickey Mouse of lunch. So we'll be doing that, and so we'll also be running other beers through there as well. We're kind of figuring out which ones we want to do as well. So.
Now, if you are a regular of this channel or our Brewski Reviewski podcast, you know that we put our 5-barrel brewing system through the paces pretty regularly. That means we have new beers coming out all the time, and this week is no different. We have a number of beers waiting to hit tap lines, already brewed, already fermented, one of them being an orange cream ale.
Yep, that'll be out this week. That's going to be on tap. We already have the lines, so we just got to get the lines clean, get the beers caked, and they'll be on. So probably Tuesday, Wednesday, look for that one, as well as a Hoppy Red. Hoppy Red's going to be coming out this week. So 2 new beers released, along with all the other beers that we have on. So going to be a whole lot of fun trying some new beers.
We also really bent the spectrum recently and brewed a wheat wine. So if you don't know what a wheat wine is, do your research. It'll be out in the next, I don't know, let's say anywhere from 2 to 6 weeks.
Yeah.
Very interesting beer, and not one that I would venture a guess a lot of breweries in Colorado are going to be releasing in May.
No, absolutely not. So we brewed that in with our good buddy Steve, who, if you see all the videos in the brewery that are on the TVs and that, he's the one that does all our IT work, so he does a great job with it, much to the chagrin of all of us, giving him ample hard time always. So, but he brewed that one, so he's going to be excited about that. So, warmer weather's upon us, although not today with this rain. I know, is this Colorado or Seattle today?
Yeah.
So, but warmer weather, so we've got some beer fest coming up, don't we?
Yes, and you are going to need to buy your tickets. Take my word for it. I hate telling people what to do in that sort of do this authoritative kind of way, but if you want to get out to a beer fest this summer, because obviously we weren't allowed to do that last summer, we have one in mind that you should probably buy some tickets to and do it fast because they're already starting to sell out.
Yeah, their VIP section's already sold out, but you can't be a part of it, and that is up in Vail. It's the Vail Beer Fest that we're going to be pouring at, along with our good buddies from Flight Co. It's going to be an absolute blast. You guys got to get up here, check it out. I mean, if you've been to Vail in the summer, you know.
Yeah, they were one of the only beer fests that actually functioned last year. They've got a lot of social distancing measures in place, very limited ticket run, so it's not going to be one of those classic everybody on top of everybody kind of beer fest. And again, to your point, it's in Vail. It is in June. I believe it's the weekend of the 25th.
24th and 25th, I believe.
But you're probably only going to be able to buy tickets for the next few days, maybe a week or so.
But there's 2 days of the festival, too.
Right, so and they are big sessions.
Yes, 7 hours.
Flight Co guys are pouring.
Listen, Flight Co, and we are going to be there. Good thing we're staying there, because I will not be able to drive. Not with that one, so. But yeah, as you guys know, I'm out and about. I do a lot of distribution for Launchpad Brewery. I want to remind everybody, we are on at Denver Zoo. They always carry our piggyback rides. So if you want to hang out, have a pint, check out the zoo, get around there. They're really great to us. Connor and the guys down there are really, really awesome. So it's always a beautiful day in the zoo, and be able to have a Launchpad beer on while you're checking out some of the animals is pretty awesome. So also, I want to welcome back another one of our accounts that we were on with pre-COVID, and now we're on after this. 20 Brew Tap House and Axe Throwing up in where's it at? Oh, Westminster. I was going to say Sheridan. It's on Sheridan in Westminster. So
Okay.
I almost said Sheridan. So, but it's up in Westminster. It's absolutely cool place. David owns it. His son runs the axe throwing side. They're absolutely great guys, and they've got our beer on tap. But be looking down the road. We're going to do an event up there, kind of an axe throwing tournament. So if you want to be a part of that, what could go wrong? Beer and me and axes?
Come on, what were we saying earlier? Multiple points of failure?
Pretty much. So, well, hey man, don't forget, we do have a new Brewski Reviewski out as well. It's about barbecue.
Yeah,
And
got a chance to do a really cool interview with Adrian Miller, who is the Soul Food Scholar. He's won a James Beard Book Award for his previous work, and this was actually on the list of Food and Wine's most anticipated cookbooks of the spring, and he was a wealth of knowledge about the history of barbecue, the role African Americans have played in the history of barbecue in America, and an interesting little tidbit, the history that Native Americans have played in barbecue.
which is very cool. And I
Really kind of correlates with beer quite well.
I don't throw this out a lot. He's one of the best interviews we ever had on the show. He really was that fantastic. So, Brewski Reviewski, check that out. You can find it on any of your podcast listening sites. iTunes, Stitcher, Spotify, we're on all those. Also, don't forget to subscribe to the Launchpad Liftoff, all right? Remember to smash that subscribe button. So, man, I almost pulled a comment. I started to do that. But make sure you check that out. Share it with your friends. The more people we have sharing this, the more content we were able to put out. But hey, we always appreciate it. Can't wait to see everybody. Make sure you check out the website for the food trucks this week. But until the next time, hey, raise your glass.